Okay, this is Mr. Estabrooks. We're going to create the bill of materials drawing for our puzzle cube. So the first thing we need to do is drop in the assembly. And let's see, I think this is the one that I prepared earlier. Yep, so there's our presentation that we're also going to put in. So we're going to start with the assembly view. And you'll notice I've put NA for both the scale and the units because this is not a measured drawing. So there's no real applicable scale. So we're going to just use whatever scale kind of looks good and place several base views. And we want this, again, this is more of a presentation drawing. So we want to use the color rendering. And then I've prepared the presentation view. So it needs to match, your presentation needs to match your assembly. And again, you pick whatever scale. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to delete that second view. Place your presentation up there. Again, we want it rendered. And we're going to use this just a scale that fits, that looks good. So I don't know, half might be good for this. Okay. And then the base the second view of the assembly is going to be from the back side. I'll do that later. All right, now the question that always comes up is how do we put the parts list in? So that's under annotate. So the annotate menu, parts list. And you can pretty much just go with, you can select a file from there or just kind of click the image on the screen, use your assembly or your presentation, and then drop that in there. And you'll notice there's a description column that's blank. So we don't really need a blank column because the part numbers tell us what the part is. Right here is the column chooser. We're going to remove the description column and apply that. Yeah, okay, that's good. So we're just going to drag that over to the lower left. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then we need to add the balloons to each of the part like that. And we want the balloon leaders to sort of point inward towards the center of mass of each part. So you'll notice the leader lines just touch the edge of the parts. They don't go over the parts, into the parts, and what have you. So there we have our parts list and the balloons. So I'm done with that. And then we're just going to place a third view so that we can see the back bottom left side. So there's my, let's see, there's my front top right side in this view. And I want to drop down and do a custom view. And here's how we do that. And I usually use my left hand on the shift key and my right hand I'm going to click the mouse wheel and then drag it down like that. And that's the corner that we want to show in that bottom view. And I just like to make it a slightly smaller scale, so let's try a half. And that looks pretty good. And again, this drawing is all about the presentation. It's not about dimensions or anything else. So with that, we save that, and that's your bill of materials or parts list drawing of your puzzle cube.